Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Dragon Ball What If topic video for you guys today, and today I am bringing you guys part 4 of What If Nam Became a Z-Fighter. Now, to recap the last episode and an important plot point, Nam beat Tien in the preliminaries last time, instead of it being the other way around, where in the anime, Tien almost literally killed Nam to prove a point. But with Nam being much stronger than his canon counterpart, this makes for an interesting question. Does this mean that Tien is going to be a villain teaming up with King Piccolo, or will this just spark a Goku-Vegeta rivalry between Nam and Tien? This episode, we're going to figure that out together. Now, to end off the tournament after everything had happened, Kid Goku and Jackie Chun met again, but ultimately Jackie Chun surrendered because Goku knew it was Roshi and the two were beaten up for past matches, and it just pretty much went with Jackie Chun surrendering. Now, we ended off last episode with Kid Goku finding Krillin dead as before, and him ultimately going to find Tambourine, the killer, and lose to him, basically, in the first encounter. But that's not how it's going to go this time, because Kid Goku has backup in the form of Nam. Because this is for a few reasons, not just for plot, but because it has a purpose. Nam had been around Krillin and everybody for a significant amount of time, right after the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. So he understands Goku's feelings with Krillin dead, and he appreciated Krillin a lot too. So he goes with Goku, and on the first encounter, Tambourine is killed by the pair. Afterwards, King Piccolo, in shock that Tambourine has been slain by a kid and some villager, summons Symbol earlier than he did before, because he didn't expect Tambourine to be taken out this quickly. This will not do. And he makes sure to tell Symbol, you better do something that was better than what Tambourine showed. Afterwards, and after the fight with Tambourine, Goku and Nam, hungry, well, Kid Goku wasn't the original, but with the both of them hungry, they both go to the same place where Yajirobe is, as Goku did in canon, and get food. So, that pretty much plays out the same, except Nam is there also. Meanwhile, you guys might be asking, you mentioned Tien in this episode. Where is he? Is he going to play a part with King Piccolo? Well, he's currently getting insults hurled at him and just profanity just being thrown at him in all directions from Master Shen, who he really thought that Tien was his best warrior, and he lost in a single strike. And to top it all off, he actually had to rely on Chaozu, who did a better job in the tournament than Tien did in the preliminaries. And even with that, Chaozu lost to a child. And Master Shen is just hurling insults at them, and they cannot believe half the words that are coming out of their master's mouth. And eventually, when they realize the chaos that is going down to King Piccolo, they just abandon their master and just screw him. He doesn't know what truly happened. Anyways, while all this is going on, Symbol is taken out by the likes of Yajirobe, who I feel in this scenario would take Symbol out the exact same way because plot. Anyways, all these events lead up to the entrance of King Piccolo. Now, the fight is going to be playing out a lot differently this time. Not only are the Z-Fighters stronger here, specifically Goku and Nam, but Goku, along with everybody else, has had good, much more better combat training and ki training with Nam's inclusion. And this would be the same for Giran, this would be the same for Hercule, for anybody. An extra person like Nam gives the Z-Fighters a legs up, or heads up, whatever you want to go with. Anyways, King Piccolo, albeit a tough fight, is ultimately defeated. How is this? Because, as I said, much more better combat training and the inclusion of an extra fighter. And I feel that Kid Goku and Nam would just single-handedly take out King Piccolo without the help of Master Roshi. And Kid Goku, reminiscent to when he fought King Piccolo in his young state, punches straight through him. Now, why would he do this? Because I feel, because it would be a tough fight still, that this would be the end result. Now, King Piccolo still does hatch the egg for Piccolo Jr., his reincarnation, but it takes so much more strength before he dies that the egg almost doesn't come out right before he blows up. So Piccolo Jr. is born, but at a very close second, because it almost didn't happen, because it was done whenever King Piccolo was still old. Now, the reason I say Piccolo Jr. still gets to be in the story is because in my Hercules story, he was in the story, but it was King Piccolo. And with my Giran story, Piccolo was actually in that story. Anyways, after King Piccolo has been defeated, Tien and Chaozu approach the group. Now, the group is immediately taken back by this, thinking that Tien's here for some kind of revenge, and why he didn't act sooner. Tien then steps up to the group alone, and he puts his attention squarely at Nam, and he says that he wanted to wait for the right time to confront the group when he knew that no one was getting killed or anything. And he says that he wants to have a fair fight with Nam for the basically cheap shot that he did to him in the tournament because his master cussed him and Chaozu out for it. Nam, understanding that, he could have done things a little bit more fairly, understands what Tien is saying and that he just wants a fair fight to settle things, and that this will ultimately calm that tension, whatever tension might be rising. So he agrees to the fight. So, in the same place where they beat King Piccolo, and the same place where Kid Goku fought old King Piccolo in the anime, Nam and Tien prepare themselves, and the fight begins. And surprisingly, even though Tien is using his Dodon Ray, his Four Witches technique, his Solar Flare, and his small mimicry of the Kamehameha, Nam has his own wits about him, and is just as strong to boot, even a little bit more so than Tien, using even better combat strategies that Tien can't even accumulate with. Now, Tien does try his Tri-Beam whenever everything else fails, because he had thrown pretty much every other technique at Nam, and Nam had countered back with some moves of his own, some moves he got from Krillin and Yamcha, and Goku, albeit not like Kamehameha or anything. But when Tien goes for the Tri-Beam, Nam jumps up high into the air, and he launches straight down right at Tien with a full power cross-arm dive. And this almost knocks Tien out. He is seriously injured after this. But ultimately, Tien sees that this fight actually cleared his head a lot. And from what he understood about his master and just how wrong he was, he admits that Nam is stronger than him and says that this fight really helped to clear his head and everything is good, but that he wants to keep training with him so that way that he can get as strong as him. Now, shortly after this, Korin summons Goku and Nam for a particular water that might aid them in getting stronger. What might come after this? You'll have to find out next time, as that's where we're going to be leaving things for the moment. So what did you guys think of this episode? And do you like the little twist of Nam and Tien possibly getting the Goku and Vegeta rivalry? I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.